Welcome to your daily dose. My name is Robert. That lady in the pretty pink is Susan. What's happening with today's hat? Tell me first and foremost about that.
Oh my God, it couldn't be much bigger, right? It couldn't be much more fun unless it was in blue or in black or in one
Okay.
of several other colors that I have that I'll be sporting for you before too long.
That's great. So you had the second stage of your deep brain stimulation. Um, the process was to place the battery. Is that correct?
The battery is here.
There it is.
It's the
Okay.
scarf. So there's a little swelling, there's a thing, but it's going to actually show, like be a little underneath my skin. Um, and then the other part that was done yesterday is back here, which is probably the more sore of everything, which is when they connected the lead, which is
Ah,
here,
okay.
to a bunch of wrapped up coil. And then Suzanne from Boston Scientific is going to show up, and we're going to, when I come in for the programming, yesterday she was there with an extension that went behind my ear and into this well that they created. It was so funny, Robert. He said, "Yeah, it's just really simple. We'll just put a little incision behind your ear and put a little incision here, and we'll stick our finger in and sort of make a little pocket for you." And I'm like,
Wow.
"Stick your finger in and make a little pocket?" But I'm guessing, I don't know my anatomy that well, but I'm guessing it's fascia, that they'll be separating the fascia from the skin layer and not cutting into the muscle at all.
Right.
But I do have significant pain, much more than I did last week.
Uh-huh.
Uh, so I'm juggling what kinds of medications I want to take and I don't want to take.
Right. So
Yeah,
so when do you meet with her to officially turn this thing on?
September 20th. I mean, September 1st.
Okay. So you live with it now inside of you without it being actively on, correct?
Right. I have one thing here not being stimulated and one thing here not stimulating.
Okay.
I
And
got
did
my hardware in place, which
you,
apparently I might set off at the airport.
okay. Now, before I'm guessing you became aware of this in Discovery when you're setting up for this. I wasn't aware that there's that long of a lead time from getting it administered and actually getting to turn it on. Is it to make sure that your body takes it well? Why did they wait this long to activate it?
It's actually very different. It's so exciting. There's a process called lesioning, which is to say, when you put a probe in your brain goes, oh, there's something here. Oh my, what shall I do with that? And it takes the brain a while to sort that out. 2 days, 2 weeks, maybe even a month. And what it's actually doing is creating a placebo effect in which I'm still taking my normal dose of medicine, but I'm having lower symptoms. And so it can potentially lower symptoms
Hmm.
for a limited period of time, just,
Right.
a few weeks. Does that answer your question?
Very much so, except to the point of why they don't. So unless I'm not hearing it right, so they need to allow for the brain to go through this process before actually adding the stimulus that will come from it being turned on.
I don't think so. I don't think so. Based on anecdotal evidence from other people who've had this done in various places around the country, my impression is that it's actually not a placebo effect. It's a real phenomenon, but it doesn't happen for everyone. So they want to give your body a chance to be as successful on its own with some exogenous medication for a while, and then it's gone. Uh, Pretty much after a month, I think that affected. I did hear of one gentleman for whom it lasted for 2 years. He
Uh,
never got turned on for 2 years, which just blows my mind.
that's fascinating. That's a whole nother thing. So uh,
But
I'm definitely interested in your, like you said, your pain level and your comfort as you consider this. And I mean, you've had another invasive surgery. Are you reflective of that? You mentioned the pocket and things like that.
yeah, it's just such a hoot. Um, I am. I was told before the surgery that this would be a little harder to recover from the pain part of it, and they're right. All the people that told me that were right. However, uh, you know, it's like everything in life. You either fight it or you don't, and I'm in just flowing with it, and to the degree that I I have some pain medication, that prescription that they sent home with me. And I took one every 4 to 6 hours last week. And then I went off and I didn't take even Tylenol last week. This week, last night, I took one of those hydrocodones. And this morning, took my regular medication. And I will say I'm a little, I'm just more sore. I mean, they cut through my flesh, right? Where they only cut through bone up here, my skull,
That's
a little
all.
flesh bone. Yeah,
What's a little cut through bone between friends,
that's-
right?
yeah, really. And did I tell you that it's shaped like a unicorn hoof
Yeah.
beat? But if I had the courage, I might take my hat off. So we'll see.
Well, that's our daily dose. I do want to pursue one thing, so I'm going to keep you around. We'll check you on the other side. Daily
Okay.
dose says bye bye for now.
Bye.